Welcome to my little tropical farm. So I am going today to check into the hospital to get some tests done. I've been sick. First saw the doctor about 10 days ago. Major stomach problems. At the time, I had also intense back pain. So she put me on an IV with antibiotics and pain meds and did some tests. And she felt I had a kidney infection. Well, my stomach issues just got worse from there. So after almost a week of antibiotics, I went back to her and I wasn't getting better. And she put me on an anti-parasite medicine. She wanted me to do a stool sample. I told her I couldn't, although I probably could have. But she put me on anti-parasite medicine for 3 days. I talked to her at like the third day and said, I'm the same. And she said I had to come into the hospital. So I told her I needed time to figure out what I was going to do with the animals. And ironically, so we decided, I told her Wednesday the latest I'll go to the hospital. Today is Tuesday. Last night I was like, seemed no better. And I texted her in the afternoon and said, I'll go to the hospital tomorrow. I have Ulysses coming to take care of all the animals. And I don't know if you can see, but Peaches, Yogi, and Bonnie are here in the car with me. They are going to a vet kennel first before I go to the hospital. I'm hoping to be able to video a good part of the hospital visit so that you guys can see what that's like in Panama. Now, I am going to a private hospital. I'm not going to the public hospital, but it's an older private hospital. My doctor works out of that hospital, so that's why I'm going there. And hopefully you'll get to see some of the experience. I'm walking into the clinic now, and we'll see what the doctor says. Okay, so I am here in the hospital, just been checked in, met with the doctor for a bit first. I'm sitting in my hospital bed. I was offered, so here in Panama, you prepay for the hospital room. And so she asked me, did I want a private room or not? And I, of course, asked, what's the difference in price? And the difference is $25. So I took the private room. And I'm gonna stay on the bed because I am hooked up to IV. I could take it and walk around, but I'm not gonna do that at this point. Let me just show you around the room. I think it's basically a suite. So I've got a little sitting area, got a TV, got some stuff on the TV. There's the door straight ahead is the bathroom. There's a cot, I guess, in case someone wants to visit and spend the night, like if I had a spouse or significant other, maybe they'd sleep there. And this is my bed. There is a refrigerator and water. I have a remote control for the TV and for the AC. So I'm basically like sitting in a hotel room with an IV. The IV is for stomach pain and hydration at this point. They check my blood pressure, check my oxygen rate, and I think that's it so far. So I will keep you posted. I haven't let the nurses know I have this, but the doctor laughed when I told her I needed a private room so I could YouTube this. So that's it for now. Like I said, I'll keep you guys posted. So they brought me my dinner, and I forgot to show you beforehand, but I did take a picture of it. So we'll throw that up on the video. It was okay. The soup was good. I ate the soup. I ate some of the veggies just because I felt like I should. I don't know if I should have. And the best part is probably the apple juice. And then they gave me this weird medicine to drink, which is disgusting. She said drink it slowly. I'm probably drinking it slower than I should, but it doesn't taste good. But that was dinner. For some reason, I'm all congested in here, but I'm not feeling sick or anything. Uh, I'm still dehydrated. I've been on an IV for 4 hours, I think, and I'm still dehydrated. So hopefully won't last much longer. They gave me sodium first and now some antibiotics. Uh, but, and I think I said, no, I don't think I said, I'm getting a little tired. They did draw blood and took that to the lab. I have no idea what they were testing or what the results were, but I guess I'll find out probably in the morning from the doctor. I think she's still here, but I'm not sure. She said to text her if I need her, but I don't really need her, so not at this point. I think I'm okay. And I don't know what else to tell you at this point. I'm getting bored. I'm getting tired. But other than that, I feel okay. Stomach's a little queasy after all this food. It's after eating lunch, which was also chicken and boiled potatoes, and which I didn't eat here at the hospital, but tried to play it safe. And then eating this, my stomach isn't feeling great after not eating for 10 days. So, or not really eating for 10 days. I shouldn't say I didn't eat because I didn't fast. But I didn't eat much. So I am probably not going to finish my dinner, but I think I ate enough. It was okay. Wasn't good, but it was okay. Okay, so it's day 2 in the hospital. This is my breakfast. Some sort of like cream of wheat, dry toast, an apple and tea. Not very impressive, but I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna try. She is also bringing me some apple juice. So I wasn't expecting much, but it's almost worse than I expected. But it's okay. It's probably what my stomach can handle. Since I showed you around my room, and since the doctor told me I should go for a walk, I've been walking up and down the hallway and realized I should probably show you that. So I'm gonna take you with me. So this is the hospital hallway. There's a few rooms down here, but it's pretty dark down there. And then more rooms. It's not very busy. I gotta stop to talk because this thing's so loud. It's not very busy, but I'll show you. They have a little chapel set up. And this is the little chapel, I guess. And then on the other side of the chapel is where the nurses' station is. And I'll give you another little tour. Okay, another little tour of my room because I didn't really walk around and show you, I don't think. I don't even remember what yesterday was like when I checked in. But this is my little seating area. Again, this is a private suite. So I assume the other rooms have 2 or 3 beds when they're this size. But this is, I have a seating area. Sat here with a friend. She brought me a whole bunch of fruit and some soap so I could shower tomorrow. That's my bed with my breakfast. On this side, there's a closet, TV, and then the bathroom. Bathroom's pretty sparse, but I'll show it to you. Sink, shower, and toilet in here. Oops, I just lost my shoe. Let me try and get my shoe back on. Okay. And then over here is just the spare bed. I assume that's in case they don't keep this as a private room or in case I have someone who was spending the night because I was ill. I mean, I was ill, but I wasn't that ill. And there's a window, don't know what it goes out to because it's got those, here, I'll show you. I tried to look, but it's got these kind of windows so you can't see through it. So I don't know what's on the other side, but I think it's just another building. So that's the room. Pretty sparse, but not bad. And it's nice that it's my own. They asked me about 3 times if I was here alone, and were a little surprised that I just came and checked myself into the hospital. I didn't really check myself in, my doctor checked me in, but you know what I mean. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, I'm leaving tomorrow morning. Doctor said she'd be here at 10. Hopefully she really shows up at 10 and I don't have to wait too long. She's coming in on her time off. So one of the big differences here that I found from the US, at the US there's always a doctor working, and whatever doctor is working will be the one that sees you, I guess is the best way to explain that. But here, the only doctor I've seen is my doctor. So when she wasn't at the hospital, she was texting me. And again, she knew I was in good enough shape to text her back. So she was texting. And then when she was here, she checked in on me. She did a physical exam, checked my heart, checked my stomach, you know, that kind of thing. Checked the meds that they were giving me and all of that. And tomorrow, she was going to come at 8 in the morning to check me out. And I pretty much said all the big stuff on the farm is done by then, and I have to pick up my dogs at the vet, and they're all being groomed. So I said, why don't you come at 10? Because I know she's coming on her off time. So, and I know she's working this evening, I'm pretty sure. So I'm like, you don't have to get up and be here by 8. If you get here at 10, then I can pick up the puppies between 11 and 12. Should be perfect. Not the puppies, the dogs. And that should be perfect. I'll be home mid-afternoon, so that I can do all the evening chores. Again, tomorrow and maybe the next few days, I'll do the bare minimum on the farm, and then hopefully I'll be well enough to jump in and start trying to catch up on all the things I haven't done in the last 2 weeks. Not a lot. The biggest thing is weeding my pastures. That really needs to be done, but hopefully I'll be able to catch up on some of that. The past 2 weeks have really taken a toll on the farm because I really was doing the bare minimum, was all I could do to get that little bit done. Okay, so it's still day 2 that I'm at the hospital, and I've just gotten dinner served. I did talk to the doctor, and I am being released tomorrow, so that's very exciting. But I'm stuck here till tomorrow morning. I'm still on IV, which you can see right here, which is okay because I'm finally starting to feel like I'm fully hydrated, which is great. But more hydration, I guess, can't hurt. And I'm about to eat dinner. Let me just show you what dinner is. Although I'm not showing you anything new because it's basically the same as lunch, just made up a little differently. So here is dinner. Instead of cubed potatoes, I have mashed potatoes. I have some chayote, which I don't really like, some carrots and chicken soup. For lunch, I had exactly the same thing without the chayote, and the potatoes were cubed. So far from exciting. I don't know what I'm going to eat when I get home, but I'm so looking forward to something other than chicken. So that's where I'm at. I probably won't film more here, but I'm checking out. She said the doctor is going to try and be here at 10 tomorrow morning to release me. And she said something about writing a prescription, but I don't know what she's giving me. I am feeling much better and feel like I'm just kind of biding my time here. So that'll be good. Looking forward to getting home to all the animals and back to the farm. And we'll probably take a day or 2 down there to just relax before I jump in and get back to... I'm so far behind on the farm, it's not funny. So got a lot to do there, but I'm looking forward to being done here. My last meal in the hospital. I have to say, I am finally feeling so much better. But this is my meal. cream of something. I don't think it's wheat. I think it's corn, but I could be wrong. And then some bread and some turkey ham, they call it here. I did get some coffee, my first cup of coffee in 2 weeks, and a banana and apple juice. So I'm gonna eat this and then wait for the doctor. She said she'd be here around 10 to check me out. So I've been home from the hospital for a few days and definitely feeling much better. I'm glad I went. I was, when I got there, I was kind of like, I'm not that sick, but I hadn't eaten in 10 days. Really, I think one day I had 2 bananas, and one day I had a cup of chicken and rice, literally a cup, not like a bowl full, or a plate full, but a cup. And that I ate like that probably out of the 10 days, maybe 4 times. So I really hadn't eaten and definitely needed to go get fixed up. But let me tell you what the cost was. So again, this was a private hospital, not the public hospital. And I do get I think it's a 20% discount because I'm considered a senior citizen here. I'm almost a senior citizen in the States as well. But I am 58, so the senior citizen level age for women is either 55 or 57. I keep saying that, and I really need to look it up. I'll pin a note below with the ages for seniors in the comment section. I'll pin that at the top, and I'll pin the discounts. So medical is either 20 or 25%. I believe it's 20, but I'll check that. So total cost for me, including the doctor, the medicines, the room, and I want to say there was one other charge. Oh, the labs. Labs were $70, which was, they did test my stool for H. pylori. They had already been treating me for parasites. So at that point, it wouldn't have tested. And they did blood work, which I think they were checking my kidneys again because I did have a kidney infection when it first started. And she said final diagnosis was a bacterial infection. Although the anti-parasite meds helped a lot. So I would say it was probably both. Or maybe they're the same. I don't know. But total cost was about $650 for the hospital, the doctor, the medicine, and the labs. I did end up spending more. I had to hire someone to care for my animals. I took the 3 inside dogs to the kennel. So, and that doesn't include my 2 other visits to the doctors. So my doctor typically is about $26 for a consultation. And I did have labs the other time. So I don't remember what they were, but I think it was about $100 the time I was, it was $142 when I was in on an IV. So the first time I went to the doctor, I was really sick and couldn't even stand up. She almost took me back in a wheelchair, and they put me on an IV for 4 or 5 hours of antibiotics and pain meds. And that was $142 for everything, for the labs. That time they did check my kidneys, and she said I did have a kidney infection. And the doctor's consult, the IV, the nurse, all that. So that was $142 for basically a day in the nurse's station, kind of like the emergency room in the U.S. it would be like. There were a bunch of beds separated by curtains, and I was on an IV in there. And then I did go back to see the doctor where she put me on the anti-parasite meds because the antibiotics weren't doing anything anymore. And so she thought it was a parasite. And this all started because I walked through really bad water here to get home after when it was flooding. I think I talked about that almost 3 weeks ago at this point, 4 weeks ago. So that's what it costs in a private hospital. I can't tell you what it would cost in a public hospital, but I'm going to guess significantly less, like if I were to guess, I'd say $200, maybe even less than that, but I can't imagine more. And then there were other hospitals, and they all charge differently. But just to give you an idea, what it cost me, it probably is close to a copay for an emergency room visit and a hospital stay with insurance in the U.S., and this was not using my insurance here in Panama. So hopefully that gives you some information, some more info about living in Panama. If you want to follow along on my homesteading journey, please hit the subscribe button and click on the bell so that you're notified when our next video comes out. And also hit the thumbs up if you like this video. We'll see you next week. Bye.